What's going on, guys? It's your boy Brad back with another video, and what I wanted to talk about in this one is I wanted to give you guys another little piece of encouragement and tell you guys a story about a time in nursing school where I felt like I wasn't cut out to be a nurse.
Are you listening? Nurse Pass. Beast mode. Grinding. Yeah.
So I've told this story before, but it's been a couple of years here on the channel, and I wanted to revisit it. My first semester of nursing school, I went into nursing school with zero prior healthcare experience, zero experience in general in those kinds of settings. And it was one of my first clinical rotations of that semester, and we were on a renal med-surg floor. And so, you know, these nurses have 5-6 patients. I get paired up with a nurse, and I get this patient assignment. Now, granted, I'm only supposed to take one patient that day, but I was supposed to try and manage my time. I was supposed to look up these medications. I was supposed to know these medications, and I'm supposed to get assessments done on my patient. And, you know, this was a very shock to my system. And I want to tell this story because maybe there's somebody out there who can relate, who maybe doesn't feel like they could cut it as a nurse. And so it was a shock to my system to see these patients who were so sick, to try and manage my time in assessing patients, to assess patients, to try and, as such an infant nursing student as I was, to try and wrap my mind around how am I ever going to be able to assess this patient, give these meds on this patient, and do so safely, knowing what these meds do, you know, intervene appropriately if necessary. How am I going to do all of that on this one patient, let alone 5 or 6 when it's just me on the floor? It was extremely overwhelming, and for these patients to be sick and for me not to have any experience with that, it was a lot. And so I was overwhelmed, to be honest. And it got me feeling that day while I was still at clinical. It had me thinking, like, real bad. It was like, man, I have worked so hard to get here, grinded so hard through prerequisites, and now I'm here, and I'm second guessing myself. And I really felt like I don't know if I can do this. You know, I really don't know if I got the heart for it, if I'm built for this. After that day, I went home and I reflected on it. And so this is what I did. I just reflected on it. I looked at the day and I said, I'm not going to let one bad experience, you know, overcome and defeat me and everything that I've done to get to this point. And so next day I went back. And so I began to put one foot in front of the other. And eventually it began to feel a little more normal. I began to become more familiar with these medications. I began through time to be able to manage my time better with these patients, hone my assessment skills, learn. And it just takes time. So I guess my takeaway from this is a lot of people, man, a lot of people feel like they ain't built for this. So you're not alone. It really is just the kind of thing that takes time. That's why I stress video after video that it's a grind. You have to put the time in. And it gets better every day. So anyway, kind of a rambling video, kind of a story time video. Just I wanted to give you guys a little bit of encouragement and tell you a personal story from me. I have a lot of followers out there, man, who send me a lot of love, and they look up to me and they tell me how the videos help, and it's very much appreciated. But, you know, don't put me up on some pedestal, man. We're the same. You know, everybody feels that way. That's why it's the grind. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I'm putting out videos every week to motivate, uplift, and inspire you to be the best damn nurse you can be. And I mean that. It's your boy Nurse Pass, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.